offseason been like for you going into your 16th year?
That's been good. I mean, I think based on kind of last season, the success we had, but then the disappointing finish gives you both some hunger to come back and get back going, but also with that comes a lot of excitement. I think with the team coming back, a couple pieces we've added. Now being back around the guys, last week or so, it's been good. So I think we have 6, 7 weeks left this off-season period to get better and improve, and then the season will be here before you know it.
How long? As good as you guys were last year, was the off-season disappointment bigger? You guys couldn't beat anybody at yours.
Yeah, I mean, I think you gotta stay focused just on the one day at a time and see the just what's right in front of you, right? But I think looking back on that season, obviously what we've talked about forever since I've been here is how important winning the division is. So I think that's always going to be our first goal is finding a way to win the division, which we didn't do. We had opportunities to do. I think you look through those games where we let get away. Those end up making it tougher on the path in the end. But we're a long way from that, obviously. But I think those things should be in the back of our mind as we just try to improve, the little things, little details each day.
How long did that playoff loss stick with you guys? That bad taste stick in your mouth? And then how soon do you get ready and focus on the next year once the kind of training camp starts?
Yeah, I think it sits around for a while. Certainly until the Super Bowl's over. It kind of lingers because you're watching the teams that are playing and wishing we'd have had a different outcome, made some different plays, better plays, and found a way to be playing in that game. But I think for me, it's always been once that game's over, everybody's kind of back reset, and then you can start looking ahead. But I think it's good to relax mentally for sure. But that game was disappointing, I think, too, because we just didn't have a game where we got beat like that, really all year, and we've been playing so good down the stretch and been so good on the road. So, but I think in some ways that can be good for us moving forward now. With this team, that was this team for a lot of guys' first playoff experience. Went on the road, won in Baltimore, and then went to New England, which we know what they've done over the last decade plus. So I think we got some valuable experience, and now we can use that moving forward this year.
Well, I know you usually miss that schedule memory once it comes out. We haven't had a chance to talk to some of the schedules about. What are your thoughts overall on how the schedule fits for you?
Yeah, well, I think I always say it's an NFL schedule, right? I mean, I think people that say, oh, this is a good schedule, bad schedule, this one's tougher, they're all tough. 16 of them. I always look at the first one, that home opener, obviously the first game, being at home against Indy will be exciting. A team, obviously, what they did the last 10 weeks, finished, and obviously, Frank there and Nick and some familiarity, which they'll have with us as well. And then, not having a division game in that first month is a little different than normal for us. Kansas City, both those Kansas City games are late in the year. You look at some of the primetime games, Christmas and Thanksgiving, where will be those things, but where potential some cold weather games would be, which there aren't too many of those. So, all in all, I mean, I think it's a heck of a schedule, fairly balanced as far as there's not too many back-to-back East Coast games. There's that one stretch, Tennessee and Chicago. There's one other one, but the bye coming a little later. Also with the Thursday night game kind of right in there before it, so that'll be kind of interesting to see, which can be really good for us, depending on where you sit injury-wise. So it's a heck of a schedule. I mean, obviously we got some exciting home games. They all are. They're all exciting. I think, we've known our opponents for some time. It seems like when the schedule comes out, it makes it a little more specific when you know the dates of them. But obviously, all focus will be on that first one as we get into training camp and about getting off to a good start. We did a better job of that last year, didn't 2 years ago, but it kind of cost us. So getting off to a good start, even without those division games, will be key. Because I think wherever you sit, after that midway point, our division games are going to be late. So whether we have a lead or whether we're behind, you'll be able to gain ground or you'll have to hold your ground. It won't be one of those deals where you get so far behind and don't have those division opponents. So I think it's a heck of a schedule. I don't know if there's ever been one come out that you were disappointed. So it's exciting.
Phil, the continuity on the roster is one thing, but to have continuity in the coaching staff, to go into your 16th season, the third year of the coach having Wiz and Gus and all the coaches under them back, how important is that in a league with so much turnover turnover, with people learning new plays, learning new systems, learning new players and teammates?
I think it's super important. I think it's hard to really put a value on it, but I think it's huge. Obviously we have some guys coming in, like Tyrod and some other guys that are having to learn it. So it's a new system for them. But the guys that have been here, I think it does a lot for you mentally. Not that you relax, but it's from a confidence, from a familiarity, all those things. When you just come back in the first day we're out here running plays, we all know what to expect. We all know how to communicate. We all know we have a lot of game experience together in this system. All those things help. They certainly help. It's hard to put exact value on it, but it's certainly big. And I think really the progress we've made with this staff, coaching in this third year, kind of the vision, I think, is clear. How we operate, how we practice, all those things now are crystal clear, and that certainly helps you focus on, again, I said a few times, the details. I think now that's where we are with this team. You always talk about them. I think sometimes you may not be there yet. And truly now where we are, the big picture, the big plays, kind of the philosophy is all there. So let's focus on the details now and find a way to that make up that much in the difference of being a championship team or a team that gets in that they can't finish it.
Tom, to us, was made pretty clear that the idea is to extend